Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's episode, we're going to be shooting a proposal here in Laguna Beach. So the reason that we're here extremely early, we're about an hour and 15 minutes until he gets here, is because you never know the conditions of where you're going to be shooting. Proposals are probably like on the stress level. I find weddings to be somewhere in the low to medium, closer to the low because we've done it so many times. But proposals, even though we've done it many, many times, there are more details that can possibly throw you off. So for example, today, we are parked as far as you possibly can be. If you guys watch The Simpsons, I'm gonna put a quick reference. I didn't bring my rollerblades today.
Same old space, huh, Dad?
Yep, but they gave me these rollerblades so I can glide to the front door.
So I'm gonna have to walk down there with my assistant. She's on her way up right now. And then we're gonna walk over where our soon-to-be grooms, mom and dad, are actually setting up right now. We're gonna go over there, and then once they're fully set up, we'll tell them if they wanna head out. They can, because, you know, they wanna be hiding away. And if any people come in to try to take that little area, we'll politely ask them, hey, you know, we're gonna be doing a proposal here. 10 out of 10 times, people are always polite. They're always like, oh, very, you know, really cool, sorry about that. And they'll step to the side and, you know, they understand, like, it's a moment. And they want to almost be part of it by doing that. Like, they feel like they're helping, which is great, you know? So that's what we're going to do today, is clear off that little area, at least for like 5 minutes, to be honest. Because what we do, if you guys want to watch our 5 tips for proposals, we already posted that video. We talk about how we ask him to share his location when he's close. So that way we know when he's approaching. So if they hadn't set anything up in that area, and people are enjoying the view or enjoying the beach, I'm not gonna interrupt them. I'll let them be, and then when I see that they're like 5 minutes away, that's when I'll tell everybody there, hey guys, if you wouldn't mind, we're gonna use this area for the proposal. So we're gonna go and do that in a few minutes. I'm gonna grab my equipment. Today I'll be using the Sony a7 IV, the 35-150, which is giving us those really tight shots that you guys are seeing, so we can shoot from really, really far away, and we don't have to be in their space. We wanna capture that moment live, natural, as it's happening. And then after that, then we can introduce ourselves and speak with them and guide them and give them a little mini session. Like I said, a7 IV from Sony, 35-150 from Tamron, and we're gonna be using the 17-28 for the wide shots. I'll probably take the 51.4 just because I think it would be nice to give them some additional shots like that. And then I think we're gonna be using the AD200 today, just because it's a little bit smaller than the AD300, so just more portable with the Magmod equipment. So we're gonna be using that, just because on the AD300, you have to use a Magmod XL. At least that's what we used yesterday, which that video should already be up. And it was good, but I think for a proposal, I want something that's a little bit more versatile, more mobile. So AD200 Pro 2 with the Magmod equipment. And I think that's about it. If I forget anything else, if you see something in the video and you're like, wait, what's that? Ask me. All right, guys? All right, let's go do this. So unfortunately today we have a videographer. Oh, hey, Sergio.
Hey. Damn, you ran over here, huh?
What up? No. It was a pretty quick walk, yeah. So this is the parking lot normally that we don't recommend anybody parking, because usually it's really, really crowded and you can't find a spot. But somebody has been a good boy this year and found himself a primo spot. Did you pay already?
Just come early. No, I haven't.
No? Okay, so yeah. One thing you gotta do, you gotta pay either over there, or you can pay on the app if you have it, Sergio. So if you have the app, it's the Laguna, we'll put it somewhere on the screen. I think it's the Laguna Beach parking.
Yeah, no,
And all you need is the space and then the app, and you can pay for it on there. So, you know, Sergio didn't know that. Look at that, he's gonna learn from this video too.
I learned from all.
Yo, grab your spear, Yeah, he watched them all. Sergio will like them, but he won't watch them, but that's all right.
Hey, that's the support.
And then he asked me questions about that are clearly in the video.
Nah.
Now, here's another tip that we always tell everybody is don't get here too early, because if you look over there, it's ridiculously bright. So we always tell people to get here a little bit closer to sunset. If you're doing a proposal, today, for example, the sunset is at 5:45. So we told him to get here around 5, and that's when he should propose, no earlier than 5. So the reason for that, as you can see, is that it's ridiculously bright over there, and this camera actually does a really good job in fixing it or kind of showing you somewhere in the mid-tones. But if you're shooting at this time, all you're gonna get is white in the back. So proposals, save them for a little bit later in the afternoon. One thing that I tell them, I mentioned this in a previous video, is I told them to shut off his notifications. So that way, if my name pops up, it doesn't say T&K photo proposal photographer and it ruins the day entirely. So I
save it as Domino's.
She said, no, don't save it as Domino's. What we do is we text him, we let him know. He shares his location. I already let him know that we're already here. We met up with his parents. They walked away because they wanted them to have their moment. They did something actually a little funny, which Dad, Dalt, he drew a line, a little snake over there, which is basically his cue that it's coming up. Once they come around, they're gonna see this little shrine that they have set up here with their pups. It says, "Will you marry him, Mom?" Which is obviously great because, you know, we love dogs. That's this is exactly where they're gonna do it. This is gonna be our beautiful background. And he just texted me, he said that they're gonna be here a little bit after 5 p.m., just like I instructed him, in order for that lighting to be a little bit more easy to shoot with, in order to get more of the detail back there. And that's still gonna give us about 45 to an hour of actual shooting time. That doesn't mean that we're gonna shoot them for that entire time, because I think that with the excitement that she's gonna have and he's gonna have as well, I don't think that they really need me and Sergio hanging out with them for an hour or 2 hours. So we always get here early, we capture it, we shoot a little mini session, and then we let them go and enjoy their evening. So I'm sure they have plans, they have dinner plans she doesn't know about. A lot of these things, he'll take it from here. We're just stepping away right now. We're bringing our things to the side. He wanted us hiding. We can't hide too much because we still need to see where he's gonna be. So, you know, we're gonna be like that meme of the guy with the yellow suit hiding behind the tree, rubbing our hands together. But we're gonna step aside a little bit, so at least it's not completely obvious that, you know, we're here for the proposal. But we need to have a good vantage point of actually being able to see them. Because if we're hiding and they can't see us at all, we can't see them. And we need to see when he's gonna do it. So I know that he's gonna be wearing a blue suit, and I believe he mentioned that she's gonna be wearing something pink, if I remember correctly. I know a blue suit, he told me that and I remembered. Again, he's also sharing his location with us. So we're gonna be hiding a little bit over here. I may put a circular polarizer, this is for photographers, a little polarizer on my camera just to get more detail around the water area, just so it's not so harsh. But other than that, you know, shooting with the 35 to 150, as I mentioned, probably on the 150 end. And here's another tip for photographers: shoot in burst mode. Shoot like life depends on it. Just shoot a lot, because you never know the little moments that, or little things that she'll do or he'll do that they're gonna remember forever. So just make sure that, you know, you just shoot a lot. You can always cool it off a little, don't shoot as much once you get going, but in the beginning, those first moments, just shoot quite a bit. So Sergio actually posed a really good question right now. He has his moments. So what he asked is, what is our priority as far as when we're shooting? Is it getting both of the reactions? Is it getting more of the ocean as a nice background? Like, what, you know, what are we prioritizing? And I said, ideally, what we want to do is we want to kind of skedaddle over there. Let me turn this camera around so you guys can see. So the ideal is skedaddle, right, over that way, and then shoot with getting the ocean in the background. However, if he gets a little, you know, excited and he's pointing her the wrong way or whatever, there's no right or wrong way. It just is what it is, right? So if he's pointing her the direction that's not ideal, we're gonna have to walk around a little bit in order to make sure to get her reaction. Her reaction is top priority, and then if we can get both of them, that would be ideal, that would be great, but definitely getting more of her reaction, since she's the one that's gonna be more surprised by the whole thing. That's what we're gonna do, is we're gonna try to run over there like the Three Stooges stumbling on each other and not trip over each other. Now, in order to prevent that, we're gonna have Liz, our assistant, she's gonna stay back with our equipment. So she's gonna stay back here, so Sergio and I are just gonna walk. He's gonna go with his gimbal, and I'm gonna go with my camera, so that way we're not carrying all of our equipment and we're shooting it. If we were by ourselves, we would have to carry it, because we wouldn't leave our equipment just hanging out. Even though this is Laguna Beach, you know, don't be a victim. So we're gonna leave her behind with our stuff, and we're gonna go over there and capture the moment. We'll take care of that. Melissa, do you have a side that you prefer? No. No? Perfect. We're gonna use this side because you got the ring now. So yeah, we're gonna do that. So just like that, I'm gonna have you guys looking straight this way. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Nice. Good. And again, ready? Looking right here. 1, 2, 3. Good. Taylor, let me have you looking at Melissa right there. Beautiful. Nice. Hold her hand in the front right there. So take your hand out of the pocket. There we go. Nice. Beautiful. Perfect.
All right, guys, so we just finished the shoot, the proposal. Elmer went to the restroom because he always going to the restroom. He's like Forrest Gump, always needed to pee.
Congratulations. How do you feel? I gotta pee.
But anyway, for video, so Elmer is the one that brought me on to this proposal. And I always say to all the couples, the beauty about working with Elmer is that me and Elmer have a great rapport already. We're a great team. We talk literally every single day. And so we know what's going to happen from beginning to end. So he'll get all the details from the couple. He'll send them over to me. I have some ideas. Then we go off of each other. And then we make sure that we're constantly reaching out to each other. Where are you? How far are you? Where should I meet you? Where is going to be the proposal? So that's the beauty about me working with Elmer, me doing the video side, him doing the photo side, is that we just work perfectly as a team. We make it as easy as possible for all of our couples. And at the end of the day, we all have a great experience. They already want to give us like 5 stars across the board. So it's just a fun interaction with the couple. But also, again, and I'm going to preface this a lot, is the fact that me and Elmer work very well together is such a key thing when it comes to working with couples, because there's a lot of nightmare stories about the videographer fighting with the photographer and vice versa. They don't work well with each other. The photographer doesn't give time to the videographer to get some shots, or the videographer just butts in and gets in the way of the photographer, or whatever the case may be. It's just not a friendly thing that happens a lot, which is a bummer because it's not about the photographer or the videographer. It's about the couple. And that's something that Elmer and I understand. We feed off of each other, but at the end of the day, because we know what we're doing, we make it so much more fun for the couple. By the end of it, they're so comfortable posing, getting things done. And by the end of it, we just had a great time together. So, and he finally arrived.
I'm back. No, that was, are you good?
Yeah, I'm good, yeah.
I'm gonna take this. Cool. So yeah, no, that was a very smooth proposal. Every proposal has its challenges. So, you know, whether it's parking, for example, at this location, you kind of have to understand that. Or what they did is they actually did valet parking at the montage, and we'll put the pricing for that somewhere on this screen. And then they walked down to where we were. Since he had shared location, shared what he was wearing, it made it very easy. As they walked up, we had a little snafu. Did you mention it? Somebody walked up to the area as our assistant was leaving. That person was walking in, and they, like, from the opposite side. So they went in there. It's like, oh, they saw the thing, and then they kind of like had enough self-awareness where they went, okay, I gotta go. They left, and that's when they went in. So every proposal has its challenges and surprises, but overall it just went so well. Their energy was amazing, which, you know, is always really nice, because with proposals, you never know if she's going to be so excited that they just want to leave and go and do their own thing. They were amazing. They wanted to, you know, do their photo shoot. I love that. and for that reason, they got a ton of really great photos. But guys, if you're watching this and you're going to propose or you're going to get proposed to, and, you know, make it your own. That was their personality. Whatever your personality is, we're going to capture that as best as we can. And we're going to have an amazing day no matter what happens. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down below. And, you know, we're always happy to answer. So now Sergio is all the way straight about 2 miles. So no, I'm joking. It's about a quarter of a mile from the parking lot. So sometimes, guys, you may not find parking at the bottom, which we usually don't recommend that you try to look for parking in the bottom because it's always crowded. The other spot is the one that we're showing on the map. That's the one we really recommend. PCH is a close second, I would say. And then if you really, really, really have to find a spot, that's where I parked, which is all the way at the end of this road. And as I'm recording this video, I realized how far we actually walked. So yeah, just make sure that if you shoot at this location that you understand that parking sometimes is a little difficult. So give yourself extra time so that way if you have to make this long walk, you don't feel like you have to run all the way down.